Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Tool to Play presents Still Got Game with Derek D. Smooth Nolan and Joel Dude I Rock Albert.
If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 314. Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
And I am Joel Dude I Rock Albert.
What is going on, Joel Dude I Rock Albert, my friend?
Not much. Hanging out, playing some video games. Gonna talk about some video games.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
That's what we do.
That's why this show's fun.
Right.
It's like a job that's talking about stuff anyway that we like to talk about. So
it's like what we would do if there wasn't a show.
It's what we did
happens
before
to be
there was a show.
Right.
Yes. Nice. All right. Well, I guess we'll just jump right in the show then, since
Do it.
it's what we would talk about anyway.
Right.
So I guess we'll hop into feedback from last week's show. Remember, if you want to leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. And no one has left us a voicemail in a while because it's extra work for Hit, and I love when you guys leave voicemails. So somebody leave a fucking voicemail. I know it takes a little more time. Actually, it should take less time than going through and actually writing us something. But if you have something to say, a voicemail would be an awesome place to say it. And I'm going to remind you later a million times, but the phone number is 773-527-2961. But I guess we'll just jump right in the actual feedback. Donna comments. I guess my not so subtle comment was correctly interpreted on last week's episode. D Smooth is a fresh voice in a world of cookie cutter podcasts. Also, he's easy on the eyes.
So when did you write that? Did you write it last night or like?
Oh,
did Tiff
I
write
have
it
a
for
bot
you?
that I wrote that just constantly writes me
it's
comments.
just a script that runs. Yeah, like
it's like
tells you
drop
how
in the word
amazing you are.
handsome or sexy or beast or whatever.
Nice.
Yes. No, I appreciate the kind words, Donna. I am not blushing. My camera's a little red tonight, but because I don't blush ever. But
Right. You turned fucking beet red, bro. What are you kidding?
yeah, I guess I did a little bit.
Yeah.
But yes, that's when she called you she was missing her second favorite podcast host or something last week during the comments because that was when Hit was on. So that's when we had to extrapolate that I was in fact the favorite. But I realized after I said it and I was editing the show, there was a chance that I was not in the list. Like some other podcast had her favorite. Sure. And then you from this podcast were the second favorite. And I could have been nowhere involved. And I realized that as I was editing the show last week, I was like, oh my God, this could be bad. I could be not even part of this. But apparently not.
That Hit's got an amazing beard right now. And I feel like the beard alone could carry him to possibly number 2. He could overtake me. It's an amazing beard.
Like the next time Hit subs in, he might.
Yeah, man. He's got to bring the beard. That's the only way he's going to get those views.
That's right. Although maybe Donna's not a beard fan. Always clean shaven here.
Oh, manly man. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it takes a manly man to use a big ass knife to cut his fucking hair.
You use it? Is that what you're about to? You're telling me use it? You just use it? What a whole knife? Something at yeah, just a steak knife. Not even anything extremely sharp.
I use a dull butter knife.
Yeah, exactly. That's pro. Some sandpaper and a dull butter knife. Love it.
Oh, just take it down in the nub.
Yeah.
All right. Also, steroid comments. New to your show, but really enjoy it. My first episode was the one with Hitman as your co-host. So I was a little confused last week. I've gone back and watched some of your older episodes and think you guys are crazy entertaining. Yeah, I imagine if your first episode was the one with me and Hit, that all of a sudden you showed up last week and people would be absolutely confused.
Who's this new guy?
Oh, but in the video, Hit has fixed the spelling of his name as one word, Hitman. But in the actual thing that came in, it was 2 words, which is why I read it as Hitman.
Right.
But yes, Hitman is 1 word. That's why we say it. We're not just all coked up and saying it fast. It is
Hitman.
It is 1 word. But we're glad that you find us crazy entertaining. That's seems to be a general consensus. Well, not with those exact words. I think that's the first time anyone ever called us crazy entertaining. We've been called baller.
Yes, well, which is my favorite, by the way.
We've been called decent.
Decent is, but also one of my favorite. Like the mediocrity is just as good, which is ironic. But I'm a fan. Like I'm a huge fan of that.
We're happy with baller, decent, or crazy entertaining. So we are definitely glad to have you here, Steroid. And thanks for the kind words. And last but not least, Vertigo comments. When will you return to being on every week? I can't handle the breaks. Well, I guess this is probably a good time to point out that I am, due to family birthday arrangements, I'm not around next Thursday. So
wow, thanks for letting everyone know, including me and Hit.
Well, I figured all you needed was usually you have a 2-day notice, so a whole week's notice is insane. So yeah,
you know what we should do is next Thursday we should get LB on and we should do like a little.
You guys should do an episode of Thick and Thin.
We'll do a little Thick and Thin. That'd be hilarious.
Take the time slot and throw on Thick and Thin.
Right. Let's do it.
Hit seems hesitant about this.
No, he's fucking.
No. He's in it. Nice.
He's got the beard ready. He is prepped and ready to go.
See, so next week, maybe during this time slot, you can catch an episode of Thick and Thin with LB and Duty.
Yeah, we should do that. It'd be fun.
Which is funny because Hit was on the show, but it was called Thick and Thin with LB and Duty. Like he didn't even get like third billing.
Well, we had for a while and Canadian Bacon. That was like the third piece of the puzzle for a while. So he was there.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah, we'll do after that. After next week's break, Vertigo, we'll try to get back on the weekly schedule, especially since now passing through the summer into the fall, there's going to be a lot more new releases.
Games.
Yeah, this is actually the first week in like 4 episodes that we have some new releases coming up. So good stuff.
Pretty good.
All right. Well, if any of feedback, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And in site-related news, Jay, I am going to hand the floor over to you, sir.
Sweet. So yeah, we told everyone that there would be a surprise today. And given what we've been talking about for like the last 4 weeks, it's probably pretty self-evident. But as of like 20 minutes ago, we relaunched Tool to Play. It's a brand new website. All the old same stuff that you had before, sort of just pared down and as simplified as possible. The site is in very much beta form. It has been tested by just me. So there's going to be, I'm sure, a little bit of growing pains. But we've completely redesigned it from the absolute ground up. We've kept almost nothing from the old site. It's really meant to be as lean and mean as humanly possible. Currently, the homepage is really just showing a flow of all of our news together, but it'll be a little bit more consolidated and thought out going forward. It's really just to get it out so you can see all the news and all the stuff we've been doing. On the front of really changes, the biggest changes you'll probably see is obviously to the look and feel. One of the biggest features in terms of everything that's been lacking for a long time in Tool to Play is it is 100% mobile and responsive ready. It will work on your tablet, it will scale to your mobile phone, and it will work on desktop. And the experiences are relatively the same through all of the different resolutions. Some of the cool things are whenever we're streaming at Twitch, you'll get a little notification on your desktop that lets you know that we're streaming, so you can always come and visit us and talk to us right on the show. We've added in tournaments, and those are also in complete beta. You'll be able to, at some point in the future, currently just admins are able to do it, but create your own knockout tournaments, rather, full-on ladder tournaments, match versus match tournaments, and things like that. You'll be able to create your own teams for those tournaments, bring in members, kick out new members. All that stuff is all available now. It just needs to go through some testing. So this isn't far, far into the future like a lot of things we talk about with Tool to Play. It's actually working currently right now. Other than that, the forum, we're going to be starting to pare down some more of the forum stuff. It's still really big from version 3. So we're going to go through the fine-tooth comb, see what we need to keep, see what we don't, merge whatever we can just to make the experience as easy as humanly possible for everybody. And then finally, all the old things you know and love are still there. So blogs are still there. All of our shows will already be there under their own tab. The news is all sortable through its own tab as well. And then finally, we've added which I really love, a full-on site-wide chat. So chat room is on desktop only currently, but you're able to have a full public room to chat with anyone currently online that's on the website, as well as instead of messaging or PMing directly, if that person's online, you can open up a chat window and talk to them directly, just like you would on Facebook. So it's a really similar experience to Facebook. The only difference, obviously, is that you can do a site-wide chat. So you can have a full group of people and talk to everyone on the site at a time. All those chats are logged inside your PM as well. So if someone chats you and you're not around, it'll show up in your private messages, just like a normal PM would, which is pretty cool. So you can keep track of all your PMs that way. But other than that, it's, I don't know, I think it's a leaner, cleaner site. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it runs a lot faster than the old one does. We've taken out a lot of the heavy graphics and all those things. It's really just meant to service the content that we've got. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. I know that with new designs and things that are this drastic, usually we're going to get a substantial amount of pitchforks and anger and hatred and all that stuff. So I fully understand. But if you have the feedback, even if you want to tell me how much it sucks and say, oh my God, it's this V3 all over again, feel free to go to the forums, go to Off Topic, post. We'll have a better announcement and maybe a walkthrough and things like that on the website in the coming week. I honestly just busted ass this weekend to get this all done. So it's very, very fresh. I haven't done anything outside of just getting it all up and live. So we'll have a more proper announcement. We'll probably throw out some Twitter stuff and you'll see it in the future. We'll have a real announcement. But for all the guys that watch the show, we figured this is the best time to do it. For the guys that watch it live, they get to see when we flip the switch, which we did when the show started, if you were paying attention. But yeah, hope everyone enjoys it. And we're going to keep going on and adding some new features and keep this ball rolling.
Nice.
Yeah.
The last time we flipped the switch live, as Hitman pointed out earlier, was with V3. And we actually ended the show halfway through because the site was borked. But
yeah,
this seems a little smoother.
Yeah, hopefully we had a lot of lessons learned, I think. So,
yes, each time we've done this, we've learned a lesson.
We've learned a lot. And so prep-wise, this has been, prepping the move was actually the biggest piece of this puzzle this time around. It wasn't like before where we just kind of moved. I mean, we didn't just move it on a whim. We thought it was all going to work well, but the majority of the time spent was really making sure that when we flipped the switch, it wasn't going to explode. So far, it hasn't exploded. And I guess we'll keep monitoring it. We'll know, I think, more tomorrow when it's like during the day and stuff. But yeah, hopefully it holds up and you guys enjoy it. And just give me the feedback, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, comments, stuff like that. Just feel free. Oh, and the last thing, speaking of comments, on the homepage now, we've actually gotten rid of site-wide comments on news items only. So the public that it lives outside of Tool to Play, as long as you've got a Twitter account, Facebook account, something like that. You can sign in and make comments on our pages because we think we've got all these great writers. They write awesome content, but they're sort of siloed within our community. So this hopefully gives them an opportunity to, get out there and speak their mind and let others talk back to them. So that's one of the bigger differences that you'll find on the homepage news side of things. Blogs and all those things, just as they were before, you have to be a logged in registered member of Tool to Play and to view and be a part of the private blogs as well as the forums. So that's the only difference there. So yeah,
hopefully people realize that now when they come read our news stories that they can come.
Yeah, that'll be
there's going to be people coming that have come and viewed our news and have never commented because they're not members and they're like, I can't comment. But yeah, hopefully they realize they can. Maybe we should put a little blurb to anonymous users that anybody is good to go.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, this is what's called design during vidcast.
Yeah, we just do it. By the way, it's exactly how this entire thing was built. I just would randomly wake up in the middle of the night and do like 5 things and be like, yeah, looks good, and then move on. So there is no rhyme or reason to anything, which is the way I like it. So
perfect.
So yeah, if things are broken, let us know. If not, if you like it, let us know. If you hate it, let us know. We're always interested. So yeah.
Either way, let us know.
Feedback needed.
All right. Well, I guess Jay, on that, why don't we hop on over and what we're playing? Joel, Dude I Rock Albert. What have you been playing this week?
So this week I actually downloaded The Witcher to give it a try because a lot of people were saying it was an amazing game.
Tiff's playing the shit out of that.
So. Is Tiff playing it? I like it. I can tell that it's going to wear on me, I think, a little bit quicker just because I need that multiplayer aspect to play my games. I'm not really a single player type of guy, but because I love the studio and they were so cool to us and I feel like supporting them is a good thing. And graphic wise, it looks amazing. I decided to bite the bullet. And actually bought it on Xbox instead of my PC because I think it actually feels more like a console game in that respect. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm still playing, of course, Warcraft this week, but I'm trying now. I said it last week, and it's kind of the feeling I am with gaming right now, which is trying to branch out and play some other games and, see if there's anything out there that interests me. And Witcher's really good. It's a quality game.
Thanks.
I'm a big fan. I'm assuming you're playing a brand new game, like that's not something different as well.
I am playing a new game that came out in September. It's called Destiny.
Oh, it's called Destiny. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not playing a new game. but I am playing the shit out of it. Although I did download a new thing, the Plex Media app that's on the Xbox One. If you have a Plex Media server in your house, I've started playing with that today. They just did a major update to that with music and everything else. So it's a nice app if you want a better UI than you get from just using the media streaming DLNA client on the Xbox. That's very nondescript. It's literally like, here's your file name, play it.
Right.
So the Plex Media server, I run on our NAS now. It runs on our Synology NAS, has everything on there, and you can browse it right from the app. And like I said, I only had a couple hours to play with it, but it's good. It's not a game, but it's on the Xbox One, so I'm going to count that as something other than Destiny.
No.
You're giving me a look like it's a no, but
No,
I'm feeling
no.
like it's a yes. Like I had to go download it. All right, maybe not.
I'll give you like a halvesies on that.
It's not like I tried to say I also watch Netflix on Xbox One.
That's
that's really stretching it.
Like I opened up another application at one point. That's my new game. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Fair.
But yeah, no, I've been playing the shit out of Destiny. So there's still stuff to do. Obviously, now there's so much to do that you can't do it all. So you actually have to pick and choose the things you do, which is makes things a little more difficult. Like last night, all of a sudden we decided to run a VOG hard just because it's been a while and it's a super fun raid. It's probably the best raid in the game.
Well, considering there's only two, there's so much content.
Well,
in Destiny.
if you compare, I'm comparing VOG hard to VOG easy to Crota hard to Crota easy. So VOG hard is the best raid in the game. It is sufficiently different from VOG easy.
There's just two raids. This is really some straw man. This is sad when I hear this. Like, there's so much extra content because it's the same thing but harder. Like that is. Oh, that's depressing.
But it's not just harder. It's not like in World of Warcraft when they make something harder and everybody is just buffed higher. There's different mechanics in hard than easy.
You must not play World of Warcraft.
I don't play World of Warcraft
All of
anymore.
the raids are completely different as they scale up.
No,
they're not the same but buffed. Completely different mechanics.
Well, back in the day when I left, that's what they were. So see,
So
I guess everybody's on the same page now. But yeah, that's all I've been playing this week.
Sounds good.
All right. Wise ass. Well, why don't we hop on over into the new releases, of which we actually have some this week. So the first new release out this week is a multi-platform release, and it's Rory McIlroy PGA Tour, and this is out for the Xbox One and the PS4. This is the latest in EA's PGA.
Nice job.
Thanks. It's been a while since I had to read new releases.
I didn't even read these this week too, so it's going to be amazing.
So
don't worry about it. Yeah, prepare yourself.
This is the latest in EA's PGA Tour series and the first one not featuring Tiger Woods since 1998. Now, just let that soak in. That's a fucking long time that Tiger Woods owned this title.
Yeah.
The game was entirely rebuilt from scratch using DICE's Frostbite 3 engine during the 2-year hiatus in the series. So there was no game last year. Tiger Woods 2014 came out in 2013. So really it's been 2 years since we've seen a game. And his name's not on anymore. And now it's Frostbite 3, fucking badass engine. Actually, the entire course, when you go play a course, is all rendered in the engine at the same time. It's not hole by hole like it used to be in the old days. So there's almost no load times between holes in this game. It also has all new game mechanics, including new swing modes that have been added to the game. So you can either do like your conventional swing modes, the stop, or the stick, pull back, and launch, or there's other tournament game modes that don't even let you zoom in at the hole as if you were actually playing golf. Like you can't just like, oh, hey, let's go play golf today. I'm going to get a quick overhead of this hole. No, it just doesn't happen. So there's some pro modes like that put in. At launch, the game will feature 8 real-world courses and 4 fantasy courses, including the Grand Canyon, a nightclub, and the battlefield map Paracel Storm. The game looks mind-blowingly beautiful, and you know what? I actually have an interest in maybe picking this up. Like, there's something about going into a PGA Tour game with 3 other buddies. You know you're going to spend a couple hours together, and the golf is secondary to the shooting the shit and having a good time.
Totally.
And just the outrageous look of this game, it is phenomenally good looking, and they've always done a great job with these games, and I think they've really outdone themselves this time. So this may be, for the non-Destiny night, the game that you just pick up and hang out.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, like when Tool to Play sort of first got going on, we actually played a lot. I used to play with like Tex and Banjo and a couple other guys. We would have like a golf night, and it was really, I mean, fun wise, it was like top 10. And again, it really wasn't the game. Like we weren't like super into the game, but we would just sit around and play golf and suck at it or do well or whatever. But we would just get drunk, you know, we just hang out, get drunk and play the game. And I've always liked it. I'm a little sad that like it's kind of bittersweet. Like Tiger's not there. It's always been like a Tiger game. Like the golf part was secondary. Tiger was really the head lead title of the whole game. So it's weird to not have him on the cover. But he's been. I mean, I feel bad. He's been sucking so bad lately. He's just not marketable anymore.
I'm so glad he's gone.
I love him, dude. I'm a huge Tiger fan. Still to this day, huge Tiger fan.
I was never a Tiger. I felt like he never earned his due. He showed up as a little kid and all of a sudden was crushing the big boys.
Yeah, that's called kicking ass by birth. That's pretty fucking good. But anyway, like with him not there, it's still, like you said, I think it looks incredible. It's one of the best looking golf games they've ever put out, by far, bar none. Gameplay looks interesting, although for me, again, I don't even know if the gameplay matters to me when it comes to a game like this. It's like I just show up, play some golf, it's a fun time, and you know, you're done. So yeah.
See, part of the beauty of putting in the Frostbite 3 engine, though, is that now all the physics that Frostbite 3 engine gives you, all like they just carry over to the golf aspect. So like they've defined different types of grass and their physics and everything else. So it's probably the most realistic a golf game has ever been.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, it looks great. It really does. It looks great. And, you know, it's like, it was one of those things where I do this a lot now. It's kind of like my MO. I'll just download a game and I may or may not.
Maybe play it. Maybe not. Like, it's like the Steam sale of life.
It's the Steam sale. Like I've moved on now where it's not even just Steam sales. I'll just be like, that game, everyone's telling me that game is amazing. I'm going to download it and then I'm going to not play it and do something else with my time. So hopefully I get some holes in. That's all I need. And
the trick is for us to buy this before it wanes.
Yes, right. You got to like, it's sad.
You gotta buy it after the show.
Get it right away. Yeah. And then play it and then like get maybe 18 holes in and be like, we're done. That's
right.
good. Right.
That costs less than playing in a fancy club.
Exactly. You know, I mean, it's like, it's less than doing 18 holes anywhere else. So yeah, why not?
Nice. All right, well, the next new release out this week is Deception 4, The Nightmare Princess, and this is out for the PS4, the PS3, and the Vita. This is the fourth game in Tecmo Koei's popular Japanese action RPG series. It was released back in March in Japan, to great reviews there, and now it's finally coming to the US. The main quest mode features over 100 quests. It also introduces a new mode to the game this time called Deception Studio, where you can design your own missions, your own characters, your own enemies, and it's all using parts that you earn during playing through the quest mode, which is, as far as I know, the first time any one of these fucking games has done something like that. It's not my type of game, but the fact that it's a new take on that kind of game and this whole create your own shit thing is pretty cool. I guess if you played any of the Deceptions before Deception 4, you're already balls deep in this. But but if you're just a Japanese action RPG guy, maybe that's the differentiator for you, is you can go in and pick it up and do this create your own thing. Plus, the game is full of all these weird traps. Like that's the dynamic of the game, is that you pick up these traps and you get to use them. So sometimes you trap people and you got like spikes hanging from the ceiling, or there's a pre-order bonus. When you pre-order, you got like a golden toilet trap where you can suck a guy into a toilet. Like there's all kinds of weird shit in this game that's totally weirdly Japanese, and I think that's probably the only place you find stuff like this. Like there's a wheel where you can put people in and it stretches them to death, and yeah, it's definitely not my kind of game, but it's definitely unique enough that it should draw some interest.
Yeah, it's not my forte, so commenting on it would be disingenuous. But if you are super into this game, it actually does. At least it's like a different kind of take on things. You know, it's something new that you're probably not used to, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like for me, nah.
Yeah. All right. Well, the last new release out this week is out for the PS4, and it's God of War 3 Remastered.
Of course.
Now, this is in celebration of the 10th anniversary of the God of War series, and Sony is releasing a remastered version of the 2010 blockbuster. It's been redone in 1080p, 60 frames a second, and it looks fucking amazing. Not it was one of the best looking games on the PS3. So to up into 1080p and 60 frames per second, it only looks better. Now this is the first time that a God of War game makes its way to the PS4, if you don't count using the stream the old games system on the PS4 to play PS3 games. I know there's been a lot of talk, and we've had in the comments in the past about remastered games being the new thing coming to consoles, and they're not really new releases. But
Right.
if there was a game that deserved a next gen, I guess besides The Last of Us, this is the one that you would say, okay, this game needs to be on next gen consoles.
Didn't they remaster this like 4 years ago?
No, that was the pack where for PS3 they remastered God of War 1 and 2.
1 and 2, right? Okay.
And then God of War 3 came out for the PS3.
For the PS4, yeah, right.
So this is the first time that they've reached next gen consoles.
I mean, I guess it's cool. It's one of those games too that I've always intended to play. I've never played God of War, which I think is crazy because I've heard it's just such an amazing game.
Wow,
Outside of I've played it in the sense of I think I played it because I got the remastered version and played like 2 or 3 times. It's a great game. People talk about how highly addictive it is. I've just never got. I don't know. I never got the hook. But I have a dusty PS4 laying around. Maybe it's a reason to actually delve back into it.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time we turned on our PS4 here.
I can't. It's sitting right behind me. It's like, and what's sad is so I don't ever play games here. There's like a TV there, but I don't even really use it. I use these monitors. My Xbox sits right here. It's just in some sad, lonely corner. It's not even a part of the system that I use to play games over here. So I'm always looking. If a good game comes out, I'll play.
We got 4 Xbox Ones that are always running, but the PS4, always that white light on the front.
Yeah.
And standby
just
mode. It's standing by. It's like,
help me,
maybe.
It's really depressing. It's kind of sad.
Yes, but it was a necessary purchase either way.
Yeah, totally.
We wouldn't be serious if we didn't buy them.
Right. We gotta
catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Exactly. I'm the more serious one because I actually have a Nintendo as well.
I know I couldn't.
Serious business.
That's literally the first console I've skipped in forever since the Odyssey.
Yeah. It's crazy because I would say it has, we all know it doesn't have very many games, but I would say out of the games it has that are good, they are really good games. So take with that what you will. There's only 3 of them is the problem.
You pick up your giant controller and then you can be
I
like,
have a Pro controller. It's the same as, honestly, their Pro controller is as good as the Xbox One controller. I actually think their Pro controllers.
I think that's probably the first time anyone's ever said that in any.
Have you played it?
No, but I know that it's been reviewed and no one has ever said it's as good as the Xbox One controller. People have said it's like the 360 controller, but the Xbox One controller is the tits. And once the Pro controller comes out in October, oh my God, fucking.
That Pro controller does look really good, yeah.
Drops mic. Yeah. Boom. Done. All right, Jay. Well, on that, why don't we hop on over into gaming news? First story.
So first up, we've got the Halo 5 app has finally launched. If anyone, I don't care. I guess some people still do. Special emblem is awarded if you download it. So as with everything in gaming nowadays, it's about enticing you with strange widgets that you shouldn't give a fuck about, but yet people desire for ungodly reasons I'll never understand. So ahead of the Halo 5 Guardians release later this year, Microsoft has released a version of the Halo Channel News and Information app for iOS and Android. Ironically, Microsoft is coming down the line with theirs later on in the date when I think Windows 10 launches. So you'll get your app eventually, Windows people, but Apple and Android get it first. So the free app will be available on iTunes and Google Play. As I said, you'll get the Windows version later once the OS comes out, which I think is actually this month. So I think it's
end of the month.
End of the month, right? Yeah. Actually pretty stoked about that, by the way. In addition, Microsoft has announced that everyone who watches a video, yes, just one, in the Halo Channel app will receive a promotional REQ pack for Halo 5. This includes a special emblem, of course, for the upcoming game. The Halo 5 emblem will be delivered to players when the game launches in October the 27th for the Xbox One. Microsoft did not, of course, share any of these images of the special awesome emblem that will change your life. So you'll have to wait until the actual game launches to get it. So it's kind of a no-brainer download. It's free.
I downloaded today.
Did you?
I watched a video today just to say I did. I found
just
one
to
that
be
was,
like,
I
I'm
found it was
getting an
3
emblem.
minutes. The first video that was listed in the app, I started and it was like 30 minutes. I was like, do I have to watch a whole video to get this? I'm going to find a shorter one. So I found a 3-minute video, started it, laid my phone down on the desk next to me at work and just let it play.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, it's like if you really are want to be hardcore about it and get your little emblem, download it and play it. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
It's a zero effort.
Yeah, the effort-wise, you're just like...
it's not zero, but it's about as low
pretty
effort
close.
as you can get.
Yeah. Like, if you're doing it, you just start sweating and, like, it really get, like, trying on you, then, you know, you got way more problems than the app. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, next up, this is actually a good thing, by the way. Future Dragon Age Inquisition add-ons are only going to be for the newer systems, and this is via joystick. So you know that you need the latest game consoles or a good PC to, of course, get your better graphics and special features, but now it looks like you'll actually need them if you want to see a game's extended storyline as well. So BioWare has quietly posted word that all future downloadable content for Dragon Age will only be available for the PC, PS4, or Xbox One. There is a save importer arriving this month that will transfer your progress if you buy both a new system and, this is kind of shitty, a fresh copy of Inquisition. But you're otherwise stuck and pretty much fucked if you've poured all your energy energy into this role-playing title for PS3 and Xbox. So I still think this is a good thing.
I think it's a great thing.
I mean, this is what they got to do. They should have done it sooner.
You have to cut your fucking...
Cut the cord.
Yeah, just like...
Cut the fucking cord.
It's not next gen anymore. That's current gen. So you can't keep wasting your cycles on making something for last gen. And
the irony is, it was so... I mean, Xbox 360 was so old, 10 years. It's like not even... I mean, it is so far in the past that, like, of course, as everyone knows, PCs now they're way more powerful than the Xbox One. So, like, why would you want to play something that is just, like, ancient? You gotta
imagine trying to take a game now and playing on a 10-year-old PC. Like,
be a terrible
not
experience.
Doable. Yes,
not doable. Not worth doing. And I think that's the point. I mean, for the gamers out there, I understand if you have a fiscal issue and you can't sell it, I get it. But that, I still don't believe, means that we then need to suffer, because this is what happens. And we've even seen it in Destiny. A lot of the stuff, the features-wise, that they couldn't add in is because they had to make sure they had enough memory to do the same thing on Xbox 360. They ended up cutting corners because they had to, but that's a problem. When it affects the next gen, or as Derek said, the current gen, when we can't even get to that level because of something that's a 10-year-old system, that's bad for all gamers. Mm-hmm. So if you can't afford a new system, we get it. But I also don't think that you then deserve to make everyone else suffer just because you don't want to move on to the next product. That's shitty. Yep. That's just shitty for the whole industry. So
either catch up or shut up.
Yeah, get the fuck out if you don't want to play. Yep. That's how nice I am now.
Nice. All right. Next story?
Next story. So we get a 2-day World of Tanks beta kickoff this weekend on the Xbox One. A 2-day beta event for the World of Tanks will be run this Saturday and Sunday for Xbox One users. And I think it's exclusive to Xbox One, so that kind of makes a lot of sense. Yep. Those interested, of course, can download the game prior to the test on July 10th, which is nice. So if you want to pre-download it and be ready, you'll be good to go when the weekend hits. All players taking part will receive a premium American Tier 3 M22 Locust light tank, that's a mouthful, for logging into the game. Those who already own that exact tank will receive $180,000 in silver and a garage slot instead. All participants will receive double XP during the July 11th through 12th testing period, as well as a 2x battle operation to be used later. Finally, all players who download the game prior to its July 28th release date will receive an American Tier 2 T1 E6-X1 premium light tank and exclusive camouflage, all for the low cost of free. World of Tanks on the Xbox One will be available as a free download for all Xbox Live Gold members. All other Xbox Live account holders can receive 7-day free trials. So I'm not a huge fan of Tanks, right? I love them as a company.
Love them as a company. Great group of developers. The game's just too hard for me.
Holy fuck, dude. Like, I just don't have that. And they dumbed it down for, the irony is they dumbed it way down for consoles. Yeah, it's still fucking hard. Like,
Jay and I have played the PC version and the console version. And the PC version, the very first time we ever sat down at an E3 appointment with these guys, it was, oh my God, they might as well have been teaching like some sort of fucking nuclear physics to us. We're just like, and they're like, which one of you wants to play? He does.
Yeah, I was like, Because they're playing 2 and they're just shitting on it. Like, it's like they're playing their own game and destroying anyone. You're just like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that scenario.
Yeah, they're like, oh, our beta's live and you can play right here from the comfort of E3, but you'll be playing against all of our beta players from around the world. Guys that are the hardest core in the game. We're like, oh, that sounds fun.
Let's not do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we played the console version for the Xbox 360. Easier, but
yeah,
still very complex, a lot of thinking to it. But I know people that, like Tiff's brother, loves the fuck out of this game. He played the shit out of it on an Xbox 360, so much so that he didn't upgrade to an Xbox One right away because that was his game of choice. Even though he was like a Halo guy and a Call of Duty guy, played all those other games. But once he was hooked on World of Tanks, he didn't want to upgrade until they made the announcement this year that this was coming to the Xbox One.
So did he spend money? Like, did he actually spend money on the game?
I asked him this last year at Christmas.
Yeah, I always wonder that.
He legitimized it as, I've been playing this game for so long, I would have bought a AAA title during this time. So I spent $40. That's less than a AAA title.
That's not a lot of money. Like, honestly, whenever I hear about a free-to-play game, I figure if you're spending like $15 a month, you play it every day, you're still good in my book. Yeah. I mean, if you spend like 100 plus, 200 a year on one game, but you play that game every day, totally worth it. It's the games that you buy for $60 and you never play. That's where you're really getting fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, you play a game, if you spend $60, you play it, the shit out of it every day, still totally worth it. I mean,
that's like Destiny for me. Destiny.
Yeah, you get your money.
I guess ours is cut in half too because we have the multiple Xboxes in the house. But even if it wasn't, buy Destiny for $60 and the expansion for whatever it was, 40 when we started out here, like $100 to play a game for now. I've been playing for 9 months every night for 3, 4, 5, 7 hours. Like that's good value for your dollar. Yeah. And World of Tanks, if you're that kind of guy, then you do your add-ons for that. It's all good. But he loves it. I think it's great it's finally coming to Xbox One because I think that, as we know, we may not be the people that play World of Tanks all the time, but they have something like 10 billion subscribers or something.
It's crazy. I mean, they are free to play, but still, like the numbers that they have as a free to play game, it's still quite staggering.
And they gave us the stats of what percentage of their people actually pay, and it was like
they pay.
It was some outrageous percent. Like it wasn't like the iPhone where it's like 1%. It was like 20 or 30%.
Yeah, I think it was around. I think he said it was like around 17%. Still, like you have to remember, at that scale, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, they do really well. They do really well. And the thing about them that I love, and again, I don't play the game, but as developers, they're great because they are like 100% of the time thinking about what else they're making next or working on making whatever they currently have better. I mean, they are just like diligent. They just are. They're never not making something. It's crazy. They're just always building and always going. So definitely worth supporting. A really cool game. And it's free. I'll always download it. It'll download and sit there and, I'll shoot a tank twice. I'll get annihilated and then I'll go play something else.
Yep.
All right.
Next story.
Evolutionary biologist quoted as saying, "We play violent video games because of sex." So this is via Game Politics.
Oh.
I know, it's pretty awesome, right? Titillating episode of this show today. So, evolutionary biologist Michael Kazumovic thinks that the reason why many of us play violent video games has a lot to do with sex, or at least the competition that is associated with it. Kazumovic, a member of the Ecology and Evolution Research Group at the University of New South Wales, tells radio program RN Afternoons that video games may allow us to practice the competitive ability related to finding a mate. Quote, "You know where you stand, you know how much better you are playing than others, and the reality is that gives you a feeling of how good you are relative to others in the competitive pool," says Kazumovic. Quote, "If you think about competing for a mate, it's a very similar thing. Some early research from Kazumovic about violent video games found that the more respondents were interested in ultra-violent video games, the more they were interested in also sex," which is kind of weird because I feel like I'm top tier at that level. I'm with them on that. But I figure like that's everyone. Anyway, he also notes on the program that the correlation between ultra-violent games and a strong interest in sex was nearly the same for males and females.
Yeah.
It's bizarre, right? But I actually don't feel like it's that far-fetched. I kind of, when I read this, was like, yeah, sure.
Well, some of his things make sense. Like, you're competing for the mate, you're competing for the win. That part makes sense. Like you said, the part I didn't even pick out, they're like, people that were more interested in ultraviolet games were more interested in sex. All right. Sex is a binary thing.
Right.
It's like either you're interested in sex or you're not. There's like not a scale of like, today I'm like 80% interested in sex. No, you're fucking, let's fucking bone in the boneyard, baby. Boning in the boneyard.
Maybe it's the frequency. Is that what he's saying? Is like the times per day that you want to, but then you want to at the same time. I feel like that's like a weird contradiction, because if you're always thinking like, I want to bone, then are you really always being like, I should play more Halo?
Yeah.
And like, does that then get in the way of the sex? Because you're always playing Halo, but like right next to you, there's the sex that you could actually on the primal level want.
Maybe you really bone weird. While playing Halo.
Ooh, like that's
the move. Like you've upgraded your skills now.
You would just explode.
The only way for me to satiate my need for violent games and sex, which keeps spiraling up together, is to do it in the same time, hon. Right. Sorry. Yeah. We got to get it on down here, right here. It's all
like
good.
It's like the speedball of sex and game.
It is. It's
coke and heroin, same time.
It could kill you.
It could kill you. Be careful out there, people.
R.I.P. Belushi.
That's what killed him. Not a lot of people know. He's playing Pac-Man.
He's playing Pong.
While getting a BJ. And did a speedball and the worlds collided, and that was good.
Yeah. But the news, of course, only covered the speedball.
Of course.
Like, Belushi died of speedball.
No one wants to talk about it.
No one wants to talk about his crazy Pac-Man Pong sex addiction.
Right.
Wow. Poor Belushi. Oh, he would never imagine that people would be saying this.
I can't get off without Qbert. That's what it is. He needs that Qbert.
That's
what it is.
Oh my God, that is.
So, what do you think about the story?
Jay, this story has me saying, what the fuck? And on that, why don't we hop on over to the mailbag and voicemails? Altius asks, with its release rapidly approaching in just a few weeks, do you think PC gamers will flock to Windows 10 or largely ignore it as they did with Windows 8 and 8.1?
For me, so Windows 10 has really great features for Xbox One users. In terms of like what that gives gamers on the PC itself, I don't really think it matters. Ironically, though, I'm a PC gamer more than a console gamer at this point, and really have been for a while, and I'm just really flat out really excited for it anyway.
I'm super excited.
So, yeah,
on all my PCs, I've already gone down the Windows icon.
Yeah, totally. It's by far their most ambitious thing that they've done. And in terms of connectivity and really just making sure everything in your house is sort of living in this symbiotic relationship, it's kind of a no-brainer. So whether it offers anything to a PC gamer to force them to upgrade, I think that's probably a no. There's really not anything specifically that, as a PC gamer, you're hooked into Steam. I mean, if you're a legitimate PC gamer, you're pretty much hooked into Steam. That's your real ecosystem. That's your quote-unquote operating system. It's not an operating system, but that's the software you're using to manage all your games and stuff like that. And I don't think anything that Microsoft comes out with, even on the OS level, is going to supplant that in any way. But it's, in terms of an OS, way better than anything that they've had in a while. So
Hit was saying before the show, he was nervous about drivers being there on day
Yes, and that's the other reason.
Which is that's on the PC gamers. That's you need the latest leading edge fucking NVIDIA drivers or AMD drivers or whatever you got, and if that support's not there, that can cause some issues. But it just from a pure OS standpoint, it takes everything you loved about Windows 7, all the stability that was introduced in Windows 8 that you didn't like the UI. And it combines all that, pares it down, takes out all the unnecessary bloat. Like you thought Windows 7 was fast once that came out. Like this is like the bare bones from the ground up redo of the Windows operating system. And technically, they keep saying this will be the last Windows release ever because they're only going to be layering stuff on top of it instead of these big major releases. So now, like once you're at Windows 10, it's the platform that just keeps getting updated and fixed instead of these huge paradigm shifts where like, oh no, now you're going to this next version and nothing is supported. No, we'll just keep fixing this one and keep layering these new things on top of it. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get into everything. And if my games don't work right away, I got fucking 4 Xboxes. So
yeah, and from where I stand in terms of like, because I am a PC gamer, but from where I stand, I play mostly WoW, and so like there is no question. I have like no doubt that when I upgrade, WoW is going to work. It's just one of those things where I'm like, it's a almost 12-year-old game now. I could run it on my iPhone more than likely at some point. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So driver support has gotten a lot better too. I think people, like when they think of OS releases, they think of all these driver issues, and that's generally where the PC gamers are scared. But companies have been really good at doing this now. I don't think we're going to have a huge dry spell of drivers and issues like we've had in the past. So I think it'll be not completely seamless. I know there's going to be some issues, but I don't think it'll be that bad. I really don't. I'm pretty optimistic, which is weird for a Microsoft product. I
literally can't wait for it.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. I really am. So, and for the Xbox stuff, everyone knows about that, being able to stream, to and from your PC. I'll never use it. I have a TV here. I play on my monitor directly hooked in anyway, so it really means nothing to me. But it's cool. Like it's a cool
for
feature
other people.
For those
it's
that need
like giving you a games case to play in another room. If you got a laptop,
exactly. Yeah.
Now you can plug in your laptop and play in some other room while your significant other's watching TV or doing something else, and you're playing on an Xbox that's in another room, or even an Xbox that's on that same TV but on a different input. So.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of it's a no-brainer upgrade for me, and that's the big thing too. If anyone has, it's free. Right.
Yeah. If you got any Windows,
fucking crazy not to do it.
Past XP, it's free. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm 100% for it. On the PC side, like I said, don't think it's going to play a role. But I think people are just going to naturally want to get this version. So good question, though, as always.
Nice. Altius, yeah, well done. Well done. All right, well, if you have awesome questions like Altius, which you don't, but if you can get like a question that's secondary to Altius's, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. You can also comment on this episode's thread on the Tool to Play homepage. And sponsors. Remember, if we had some sponsors, this is where we'd be talking about them. We'd be like, their shit's awesome. And they'd be like, our shit's awesome. And then you'd be like, I want to buy their shit. And we're like, this is where you pay them. And they'll be like, thanks for getting us paid. And then we would get paid. You would get the stuff. Everybody would be happy. But right now we got no sponsors. So if you want to sponsor us, 773-527-2961, podcast@tooltoplay.com. You tell us what you're selling. We'll tell you what you're going to pay us. We'll sell it. You pay us. Boom. Done. Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool to Play related at twitter.com/Tool to Play. Everything podcast related at twitter.com/still_got_game. I, king of the fucking internet, got of everything that's fucking holy at twitter.com/Derek Nolan.
And you can find me at twitter.com/DudeIRock.
Facebook the fuck out of us. Trademark. Facebook.com/Tool to Play. Facebook.com/Derek Nolan.
Facebook.com/DudeIRock.
The YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tool to Play. That is the place to find all of Tool to Play's archive video content, whether it's this show, whether it's old shows that may or may not be showing up next week for a re-emergence episode like Thick and Thin with LB and Duty, whether it's some of our one-off shows, or just archives of our gameplay footage or unboxings or hits. They're all there. youtube.com/Tool to Play. Go there and subscribe. Now we also need some ratings in iTunes. We need some 5-star reviews. iTunes, go there, search up Still Got Game, give us a 5-star review, and if you're so inclined to type something with it, please do.
Yeah,
I keep meaning to grab some of the finer comments from that, and maybe next episode I'll actually remember to pull some up. But there are some fantastic comments in there that people have really showed their creativity, and creativity will be rewarded in the future. So if you're so inclined, write something with it, but at least just give us 5 stars, because we deserve more, but 5 is all they'll let you do. Can't help it. They said that this artificial ceiling just to equalize everybody, because most podcasts trend in the 1 to 2, and then the 3 to 4 is a pretty heavy range. 5 is rare, and then the guys are up at 40. It's pretty much like us, and I can't even think of anyone else that's up there with us, but but that's why they didn't normalize it down to 5. So just give us the 5 stars and we'll call it a day. We have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Tool to Play. That is where you can find all of our live content. And we have a team page there, twitch.tv/team/Tool to Play, Tool to Play/team, something like that. One of those URLs will work. And
Team/Tool to Play.
and it's also on the Tool to Play homepage. And that's where you can find all of our Tool to Play celebrities streaming, whether it's Hit, whether it's Jay, whether it's me, whether it's Tiff, whether it's Sarcasmo, whether it's LB. We got a whole bunch of people on there from the Tool to Play community that all stream under the Tool to Play moniker. But go there and down at the bottom of the screen, there's one side has a follow button, one side has a subscribe button, or the other way around. Follow us if you can. No, follow us if you must. Subscribe if you can, because subscribing is really the way to show your love for the show.
And I'll have to interject too. And if you've noticed, the new version of Tool to Play has no ads on it. So we're really trying to keep it clean. We're not fishing for any money, but if you want to do the donation thing, it happens on Twitch. So if you do want to help us, you want to support Tool to Play, this is really going to be where it's going to be from. Maybe at some point we'll do a PayPal thing, but we're doing no ads. There's no ads on the new version of the site. So if you want to help us, this is how you do it. Help us build a following, be a part of the website, be a part of Twitch. And you'll be notified on the homepage or on all pages now when we go live as well. So you'll know where we are anytime we do go live. So yes, do that.
Yeah, that's definitely what help us out. And I guess last but not least, I want to remind you can join us every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, twitch.tv/Tool to Play. And on that, why don't we wrap this fucking weird and tumultuous episode up? I'm hoping the site is still up.
It's fine.
Oh, nice. That's why I was nervous. Like I said, the last time this was a problem.
It's rocking.
All right.
I think it's getting faster.
On that rocking, I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Joel Dude I Rock Albert.
V4.